everyone! Hello and welcome to
C-L-O-W
Children's
Liturgy of
the Word for St. Ignatius Parish. Welcome everyone. We're so glad you decided to tune in. This is our Children's Liturgy of the Word, which is geared towards ages, grades, kindergarten through 5th grade. Oh, we've got a 4th grader already. Oh man, you've got to stay doing Clow forever, okay? Yeah, kindergarten through 5th grade, but we absolutely welcome kids of all ages, grown-ups that feel like they want to be a kid today. Anybody who wants to join in and join in the fun is more than welcome. So we're glad you're here. When we do our Children's Liturgy of the Word program, we have 2 goals. The first goal is to learn about what?
The gospel in our own words.
Yes. And the second one is, Maggie, to test
All parents.
yes, or our grown-ups, whoever we're with. Yeah. So those are our 2 goals, but for sure, always to have fun. So we will go through and read the gospel, prepare ourselves for reading the gospel, read the gospel, and then we will always do an activity. And
Well, we'll talk about the gospel
Yes.
and then do the activity.
talk about it. Yeah, thank you.
And
then
we will give you our next clue for the word.
the message.
The mystery message.
Yeah.
The mystery message on the grapevine. We have A so far.
That's right. So if you
And
tuned in
you'll get-
last week, you know what that's about. We'll explain that at the end when we get
Yeah.
there. Okay? All right. So that's our plan for today, and that's generally what we do. So if you're tuning in for the first time, just you'll know a little bit of what to expect, and we hope you'll join us again. But if you are a repeat visitor to our Clow videos, you know that we try and do it as close as possible as to when we're in person. And we hope to see you again soon. We miss you all very much. Hope you're doing okay. Hope that you're staying safe, and we're really glad that you're taking the time to keep your faith alive and join us. So today's episode of Clow is it's going to involve a turkey. And what we usually do at the start of every Clow is go around and say hello and get
Your
a chance
name
to see
and
how
grade.
everyone's doing and say our name and our grade. And now our name isn't always exactly what we go by for the rest of the world, and it's a special name that we come up with that day, that second, that instant in time. And it's never again used usually, but yeah, we always want to make sure to do that. So on the count of 3, everyone say their name and grade, and we'll try our best to hear you. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
Don Schaefer, 8th grade, resident of Stony Brook, Connecticut, and an alternate officer of the Babysitters Club.
You're Dawn today. Okay. You are Dawn. All right, you've got it nailed. All right, and then what is your name today?
Chicken!
Chicken.
I thought you were turkey.
I thought you were a turkey.
Chicken.
Okay, you're a chicken. So
Turkey to
you have
chicken.
chicken. And what grade are you in, chicken?
8th grade.
8th grade too. Oh, you guys know each other? Yeah. All right. And Dawn, and then I guess I'm gonna be Butterfly today, and I'm gonna be in preschool. Is that cool? Okay. We want to say hi to our resident 1st grader, Mike. We miss you. Hope you're doing
You
well.
graduated from kindergarten.
Graduated from kindergarten last year. Woo!
What
Yeah.
grade are you in? I'm in 8th grade.
She's in 8th grade. All right. Yeah.
Are you resident of Stony Brook?
So we hope you all have a good name for us out there. And
Yes.
we can't wait to hear the ones you come up with when we get back in person.
Where do you live?
I think it's time.
Do you have any children I
I
could
think it's time now to prepare ourselves to hear the gospel for the day. Okay. So what do we like to do? We like to listen not only with our ears, right? That's a pretty easy answer. We can listen with our ears. We can also listen with our minds.
And a house.
We want to listen with our hearts. Yeah.
That's
So the
chicken.
best way to do that is to say, hey God, I know I'm not perfect. I need your help. please help me to realize my own faults and to get ready to hear what you have to tell me today. So we sing a sorry song to do that. The sorry song, we will sing it through twice. So the first time,
If you know it,
sing it.
sing along. But if you don't know it, then listen and kind of get a feel
Come
of
in
the
on the
word.
second time.
And then come in on the second time.
Yes.
If you know it, just sing both times.
Okay, you ready? If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. If your sins are large or small, God will still forgive them all. If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. If your sins are large or small, God will still forgive them all. If you say that you are sorry, God forgives. All right, good job, guys. Now, since we are low on numbers of who we can actually pick to read the gospel, we are going to once again ask Elizabeth to please read the gospel, if you could. Thank you. Usually we'll take turns for everyone who is ready to read the gospel and willing and excited to do it. But luckily Elizabeth's a really good reader. So, go for it,
Today's
Elizabeth.
gospel is according to Matthew chapter 21, verses 28 through 32. Jesus told this story to the high priests. Once there was a man who had 2 sons. He said to the older one, "Go and work in the vineyard today." But the son answered, "I will not go because I do not want to." Later, the son changed his mind and went to work after all. When the man asked his other son to go and work in the vineyard too, he said, "Of course I will go. Of course I will go." But in the end, he did not do what he said. Jesus asked the high priests, "Which of these sons did what their father wanted?" "The older one, of course," they replied. Jesus said to them, "The people you call sinners will enter God's kingdom before any of you, because they listened and believed what John the Baptist told them. You will not listen and believe, and your hearts have not changed."
Thank you, Elizabeth. Woo! All right. Okay, so come on down here. I think this one we're going to act out as we talk about it, I think, because it's going to be a little bit easier to keep all the characters straight. Right? So there's
You are going to be
father,
the
okay,
father,
and there's an older son,
which is Maggie, or Turkey.
and
Chicken.
is the older son, and John will be the younger son, and then we'll kind of wrap it back into what Jesus was trying to do in telling another parable, like he did last week, right? So first, let's kind of break it down. Let's break it down. So the father says to his older son, "Son, I need you to go work in the vineyard. Please, thank you. Will you go right now?" He's like, "No, I'm not going to.
No, I'm not going to. I don't want to.
You don't want to?" Okay. I guess I have to do it all myself. Okay, so you walk. Say, "Stop, wait." Say, "I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it." But wait! Do you have a change of heart? He has a change of heart. Yes? Come on back. Work in the vineyard. Yes.
There's a vineyard.
There's a vineyard. It's a lovely vineyard. Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right. Oh, wait, younger son. Younger son. How could I forget?
Yes,
Younger
Father.
son. I need your help in the vineyard too. Would you please help in the vineyard today?
Of course.
All right.
Ooh, I'm gonna go watch TV.
Wait a minute. Did he say he was going to help? I'm so confused. Oh, okay. So, bring it on back. Bring it on back, sons. Here we go. Oh, so the dad asks the older son, "Can you please go do it?" And he says,
No.
"No, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to. You can't make me."
But then he has a heart change and he does it anyway, though he doesn't want to.
Right. Yes.
And then the younger son says, "Of course I'll do it," and then he goes and watches his TV.
Okay. So Jesus tells us this story, right?
Well, of course they didn't have TV.
You get the wants the high priest to get out of this? It's another story about a vineyard. Remember last week? He also talked a bit about a vineyard, and why was that? Do you remember?
Because it's relatable to people,
Yes.
and because people back then knew what a vineyard was and they could relate to it.
Yeah. Right, that's right. So Jesus is also talking to the high priest about something that he knows that they can relate to, a vineyard. But this time when he's talking to the high priest, he's expecting a little bit more from the high priest, isn't he? Yeah, the high priest. The high priest. What was the high priest? Elizabeth, do you know?
The high priests are up on Maggie's feet.
I guess so. I don't know what's happening. But the high priests. What do you think the high priests were? Why was Jesus talking to the high priests?
Because they were supposed to be like really good, big followers of God since they were high priests.
Right.
Really.
They're always telling people kind of
Yeah.
what to do, right? How to be holy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did Jesus ask the high priests after he told this story? Do you know, Elizabeth? It's okay, you can look at it.
Which of these sons did what their father wanted?
The older one, of course.
That's what they said. You're right, Maggie, thank you. But how did they say it?
The older one, of course.
Of course. Like they absolutely knew the answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what did Jesus have to say to that? Oh, all of you
The
wise
people-
men, you're so right. You're so right. No, what did he say?
The people you call sinners will enter God's kingdom before any of you, because they listened and believed what John the Baptist told them. You would not listen and believe, and your hearts have not changed.
Oh, yeah. Jesus calling out the high priests, isn't he? Yeah, totally. So, why is he doing that?
Well, because the high priests were so sure, and but he knows high priests are like the younger son, who is like, of course we'll follow God's law and do really good things, and then they just go off and watch TV.
Yeah.
Or do something that's not go to the vineyard and walk.
Exactly. Right.
Or do what God's
Yeah, because what did we say last week is the vineyard? Where is the vineyard?
God is the world.
It's the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and who's working the vineyard?
Everyone.
All of us, right. So when Jesus is saying, you're right, Maggie.
And Jesus owns the vineyard.
Totally, he's the owner, and God and the whole Trinity, right? So
Mhm.
the whole package. Yeah. So so what Jesus is saying is, hey, like John the Baptist has come and told you guys about what? Yeah? What did John the Baptist come and say?
Like good news about God.
Yeah, good news. The good news about God and what it is that the high priest should be doing. And the high priests aren't listening. So Jesus is really laying it out for them and saying, hey guys, you need to listen to what's going on. And another really important part to this too is that Jesus is saying,
You can have a change of heart.
right, you can have a change of heart. And what will happen? You'll still be,
Accepted in God's kingdom.
yes, right? So that's also a lot like what we learned last week, right? Is no matter when you arrive, and the A in our vineyard stands for what? What does the A stand for?
Arrive.
Arrive. No matter when you arrive, you're still going to be welcomed into heaven, right? Same kind of thing here, right? You have a change of what? Hold it.
Heart.
Hold it up.
And that leads us to our activity for today.
Yes, the change of heart, the change of heart. And you have to wonder, what was it? What was the change of heart for that older son? Why did he say, yeah, you know what,
Because he felt
I don't want to, but I'm gonna
felt-
do the right thing.
He felt
Right.
bad about.
He felt
sin.
bad, maybe, yeah, We don't know really.
He felt bad about his choice.
Right. Yeah, he did. So he had a change of heart. And he said, I'm going to do the right thing. So for the activity today, we're going to think a little bit more about this for ourselves, because this is really a message for all of us. Right? Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
our activity today, this is our example. It was Maggie's. And on the out,
What did you do?
So-
I'll do it when you explain.
cut out a heart,
Let's see how I'm doing this. You
Fold
guys
it
can do this at home.
fold a paper in half,
Yeah, took a nice big piece of paper,
fold it in half,
fold it in
and then
half.
she's gonna cut out half
Do a
of
half heart.
cut out a half heart, and
I'm
then
doing this.
this is Maggie's, and we're going and you write something that you didn't want to do. You had a change of heart, and you did it. So Maggie's was going to bed at night, and then on the inside
Which
of
is the thing she did not want to do.
she didn't want to go to bed, and so she had a change of heart. And on the inside of the heart, because it folds up, you're going to write what made you have that change of heart. And Maggie wrote love. So just love with God and with everyone. Just made her go to bed at night
Okay.
because she knew it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Elizabeth's gonna make hers. What are you gonna write on the outside, Elizabeth? What's something that you struggle with doing?
In my homework.
Homework. Yeah. Especially after a long day of online learning. I know you guys are all dealing with this. This is hard. You know, you're on the screens all day doing your work, and then you have to do homework. It's hard. It's hard. So doing your homework, you don't feel like doing it. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But what is it that changed your heart, Elizabeth? What
Knowing
made you
that I'd
decide to
get-
do the right thing and do your
Get-
homework?
Knowing that I'd get in trouble if I
Yeah.
didn't turn it.
But also knowing that you needed to do the right thing, right? Yeah, and I think that's what the older son realized. He needed to do the right thing. He had a change of heart. So, if you guys want to try this at home, grab yourself a piece of paper, and some scissors, and a marker, or a crayon, or a pen, and try it out. See what you come up with. And what we've decided amongst the three of us is that really what it comes down to is that God teaches us to try and do the right thing. And that's what's going to give us the strength to have that change of heart. If we let
And
God
that-
into our hearts. All right, so to continue on from last week, we are going to connect together the next couple weeks. How many weeks, Maggie?
6.
6 weeks. And each week we're going to put up a new letter. So this week we're going to put up the letter.
8, and it stands for heart.
It stands for heart. It stands for change of heart.
And here it goes.
Here it goes. So now it's part of our message, our
Yeah.
mystery message.
And
right?
it will
For the
take
vineyard.
6 days to fill
6
a whole vineyard or grapevine with grapes.
That's right. That's right. So at the end, our grapevine will be filled with the secret message, and you have to tune in to all 6 weeks to know what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
And so at the end of 6 weeks, we will know what it is. So you're gonna have to tune in at the end of 6 weeks, as Mommy said.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you very much. All right, we hope that you'll continue to tune in, find out what the other letters are and how it all ties together into the message that Jesus is trying to tell us over the next how many weeks?
6.
Well, total of 6. So yeah, right? Yeah. So that leaves us with 4 more weeks to find out what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you,
Bye.
Dawn. Thank you, Turkey. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.